You know that moment when someone corners you at a party and says, "So, what do you do?" And your brain sighs. Because here we go again. You smile politely, answer with something vaguely accurate, and brace yourself for the weather, the traffic, and the "I'm so busy lately" monologue. But here's what I've noticed. Truly elegant people, they almost never start with small talk, because they know something most people don't. Small talk kills connection. It fills the air, but it empties the room. And if you've ever spoken to someone who made you feel truly seen, like deeply understood in just a few minutes, it probably wasn't because they asked if your day was going well. It's because they skipped the script. Today, I want to share the real reason elegant people avoid small talk and what they do instead. And once you see it, you'll never go back to, "So, how's work?" Let's begin. Number 1. Small talk is a social reflex, not real conversation. It's the conversation equivalent of saying, "Bless you," when someone sneezes. Automatic, harmless, and completely forgettable. Small talk is designed to avoid awkwardness. But elegant people aren't afraid of a little awkward silence. They know that silence is just space, and space is where something real can happen. It's why they don't rush to fill the air with cliches. If they do open with a question, it's rarely, "What do you do?" It's more likely, "What's something that surprised you this week?" Or, "Have you read anything lately that stuck with you?" Not flashy, not invasive, but memorable, which is the exact opposite of small talk. Number 2, they listen with curiosity, not an agenda. The art of elegant conversation has less to do with speaking and more to do with listening, but not the nod-along kind of listening. Not while waiting for your turn. I mean genuine curiosity. Elegant people are curious about people, not just their job title, not just their vacation plans. They're not trying to find out useful information. I've been to events where every room has at least one billionaire, one duchess, and a guy who swears he almost bought Twitter. It's all very tasteful, until someone opens with, "So, what do you do?" Translation? "Let me calculate your utility before I waste any more time." It's a question that pretends to be neutral, but it's often just polite data mining. And in circles where everyone is impressive on paper, it becomes a subtle status check. Are you worth talking to? Or should they scan the room for someone with a better resume? People with quiet confidence don't play that game. They're trying to make you feel interesting. There's no one-upmanship, and they notice the details you drop accidentally. How your voice lifts when you mention your dog. That you looked down when you said, "It's been a busy year." They don't need a script. They have presence. Number 3. Small talk feels like a transaction. Real connection doesn't. Small talk is often just social currency. You give a little, I give a little. We nod, we smile, we escape. Those with real social grace don't engage in conversational bartering. They're not here to exchange polite nothings. They're here for something real, or nothing at all. So instead of, "How's your job?" they might ask, "What would you do if you didn't have to do anything?" It catches people off guard, in the best way, because it doesn't feel like a polite trap. It feels like an invitation, and that's the difference. Most people fill silence to avoid discomfort. Elegant people open space, and trust you'll meet them there. Number 4, they know what to do when the conversation is getting nowhere. We've all been there. You're 3 minutes into a conversation that feels like a polite hostage situation. They're rambling about their neighbor's gluten sensitivity, and you're mentally alphabetizing your spice rack. Most people just smile and endure. A polished conversationalist knows how to intervene, gracefully. They don't fake a phone call or scan the room for someone more interesting. They pivot. It could be as simple as, "Speaking of routines, what's something new you've tried this year?" They redirect without making it obvious. And if the vibe is beyond saving, they exit gently. "I'm going to grab a drink before the next wave of guests arrives. But I've enjoyed this." It's not manipulative. It's intentional. The truly refined know when to step back from a dead conversation. They either give them life or give them a soft landing. And before we jump into the elegant exit lines, let's look at how elegant people turn even awkward small talk into something worth remembering. Number 5. Elegant people create micro-intimacy in seconds. Okay? Here's what they actually do. They lower their voice just slightly when the conversation turns personal. They lean in. Not physically, but emotionally. And they create mini moments that feel like the two of you are the only people in the room. It might be as simple as this. "You mentioned you moved here recently. What's been the weirdest part so far?" Suddenly, the person isn't just telling you what they do. They're telling you who they are. Their questions feel like invitations, not interviews, and they make eye contact like they mean it. Number 6. They know when to exit gracefully. Here's the part most people forget. Elegance isn't just how you start a conversation, it's how you end one. Elegant people don't wait for a lull. They don't look at the floor and say, well, anyway. They say things like, this has been such a refreshing chat. You've given me something to think about. I really enjoyed this. Then they smile and leave. No guilt, no awkwardness, just closure, with grace. That line? It didn't end the conversation. It made it linger. Number 7. When they have to small talk, they do this. Let's be honest. Sometimes small talk is not optional. There are social situations where escaping it would make you look rude, dramatic, or deeply unstable. Hairdressers, elevators, taxi rides, airport lounges, networking events where everyone pretends the wine isn't awful. In these moments, even the most elegant person has to engage, but they don't suffer through it. They elevate it. They take the boring questions and give them a gentle twist. Someone asks, what do you do? They might smile and say, a little of everything, and somehow never laundry. What about you? It's light. It's human. And most importantly, it opens the door without handing over your resume. Or if someone mentions the weather, which, let's face it, is social code for, I'm trying, okay? They don't shut it down. They lean in with humor. True. But are you a cozy rainy day person or a full-blown sun worshiper? And here's a go-to that never fails. When I sit in the salon chair and get the inevitable. So, any plans for the weekend? I say, just trying to emotionally prepare for the moment I ruin this blowout by sleeping on it. And boom, genuine laughter. Suddenly we're not stuck in the client-stylist script. We're just two people talking. That's what quietly confident people do. They don't force depth. They just give it permission to show up. They recognize that small talk isn't the enemy. Pretending is. Number 8. Why this matters more than ever. In a world full of hot takes, filters, and fast replies, the person who listens, who's curious, who knows how to ask the second question, that person stands out. Not because they're loud, but because they're rare. Elegance in conversation isn't about being poised or polished. It's about intention. And here's the irony. The less you try to impress, the more impressive you become. So the next time someone asks, what do you do? Don't roll your eyes. Don't fake a smile. Just answer briefly. And then follow with, curious, what's something that's made you laugh recently? And just like that, conversation elevated. And now tell me, what's one small talk question you secretly can't stand? If this video sparked a shift in how you'll navigate your next conversation, like it, subscribe, and check my Amazon storefront for elegant beauty and refined living essentials. As always, stay classy. Manners matters.